Good evening, race fans, and welcome to BSTV. You've joined us for the TCR Challenge Cup, Season 22. We're in Week 5 for rounds, I think this is 6 and 7 or something like that. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. And we're at Laguna Seca, a staple on the diet of any iRacing hopeful. I am Pete Bingham, and I'm joined in the booth tonight by Sir Jay of Corley. Good evening.
Good to see you, Pete. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. And Laguna Matata. Well,
Laguna
wonderful
Matata.
phrase.
Yeah. You've got more tonight. Good grief.
I have. This is going to be so cringy.
Yeah.
Man.
Have you got a book next to you? Because you've been doing this all pre-broadcast quite a lot. I've had my flu jab, so I am feeling rough as a bag of spanners tonight. I could have easily gone to sleep a long time ago. But I'm on time, which is unusual, so maybe I should just feel rough more often or take more shots, Jay.
I mean, you could go all Thanos on it and you can collect your AstraZeneca, your Muddy. You could literally have an infinity gauntlet of jabs if you really wanted to. But seriously, kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah, you're right. Unless they're the good ones from the 90s. I do remember that. Well, I don't remember them much, actually, but never mind. Who's on the chat? Who's on the chat? Andy Littler's on the chat. He can't race because his internet is so rubbish at the minute. So I've advised that he gets somebody out to sort that. And he doesn't want to risk other racers crashing into him. Fee is on the chat as well. Hello, race fans. Back in the car after the drumming. Yep. I hope her arms aren't too worn out. And then Sir Alan of Toon says, hello, folks. Good evening, Sir Alan. Well done to you for joining us again. We have Laguna Seca on the menu. 65% humidity. I don't think there's a single drop of rain for about 2,000 miles. So no fears about the negative weather, Jay. But Laguna Seca usually is one that everybody ends up in the rookie leagues of road racing going to. This one's certain aspects of this track I like. The overall track I fell out of love with a while ago, but I've not driven it since it's been remapped, and I expect it's probably a lot better than it used to be. It was ice racing when I last drove this one.
Yeah, it is truly one of those tracks where you either love it or you hate it. And I don't know if you found out the news earlier this season for iRacing, but Laguna Seca is actually no longer a base content track. I don't think it's ever happened before, but they've turned Laguna Seca into paid content.
Wow!
But those who are already on the service, they keep the track. So at least there's that. So unless we get anybody who's completely new to iRacing over the next sort of like season 2 seasons, then eventually there's going to be people who won't have Laguna Seca. So that also means less people racing it in rookies, I would imagine. But as a track, it's a nice mixture of cambered corners and completely flat Snetterton type corners as well.
Right,
It's going to be an interesting one. I've already heard through the grapevine that quite a few drivers have been sick to death of off tracks. That could be really interesting second race.
Actually, yeah, you're not wrong. And also second race, it's a 40-minute race with a pit stop, almost mandatory. I don't think anybody's done a no-stopper since Simon Trendle last raced. And pit lane entry here is probably the most lethal of pit lane entries anywhere on the iRacing service, would you say?
It's definitely up there, especially if you got that first or second box. I think actually in previous seasons we've had people miss that first box, and it's had race-changing implications.
Yes, we have. It was... I'm trying to remember who it was now.
Jamie.
Jamie,
I could be wrong.
No,
one of the Jamies.
Yeah. We've got no... I mean, Stephen Walker's signed up to the league, and this used to be one of the tracks that he performed remarkably at. It's a shame that he's not with us. We've got 27 drivers, and people are still joining even now. We've got other people signed up. One that's not yet in the session, not sure if he's joining this week or not. But we do have Thijs van Gool, TVG.
Man, and TVG obviously stands for Thijs van Gool, but I mean, with PVG on there as well, it can kind of mean two Van Gools. So,
oh dear, classic, absolutely classic. So we need more people with 3 barrel names so that we can have more and more TLAs, 3-letter acronyms, because we've got RDJ, PVG, TVG. Who else have we got? Chesney really kind of ruins the trend, doesn't he, with a 4-1? So CVDB.
That's just greedy,
isn't it? Just yeah. Oh, that's not how you park your car. Whoever that is, it's Michael Hall. That's the alternative way to get into your pit box, folks. I don't recommend it. What about you, Jay?
It has its positives, not many, but I'm sure there's a positive there somehow. Blocking teammates from getting up the pits themselves.
Well,
if
yeah.
you're that way inclined.
A bit strange. I mean, you can drive through people in in iRacing. Some of the other sims you can't.
I've made that mistake once.
Oh yeah. In our factor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Demolished an entire pit lane. Anyway, well, less said about that, the better. Right, let's have a look at the standings. So, pro standings, folks. Pete Newman has risen and floated away from the rest of the pack. We're on the left-hand column at the moment. Drop scores are on the right. We don't look at that just yet. It's a bit tighter if you did, but so he's got 970 points. He is a good head and shoulders ahead of Renee Earhart. I thought this was going to be Renee's season, and it may still be because we're not even halfway. And then Casper in third with Austin Lee in fourth and Michael Hall in fifth, even though he's not been here for all of the races, as you can see, because anybody that's not been here for all races, their left and right hand scores are identical. Any surprises there? I suppose it's not a surprise, is it, that the mighty Pete Newman is out in front?
I did sort of have Pete as my favourite for this season, depending on how the likes of Wobbly and Stephen would get on. I still expect Pete to lift the trophy at the end of the season, but it's a lot closer than we've had in, especially with the season of Dafron.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all it takes is one mistake. I feel like I say this every single time, but all it takes is one mistake, and suddenly that drop score week will be even more important for the likes of Rene, Casper, and the rest.
Yeah, completely agree. Puck Van Gool is on the chat as well.
How many Van Gools have we got?
I don't know, but that's the second PVG, so I don't think we can go with that one. Puck Van Cool is. Sorry, I misread it with the blurry eyesight that I've got.
Van Cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Puck Van Cool. That's a good.
We've got Van Gools on the mind. That's what
it is. Yeah. Pro-Am League. We've got Jamie Wilson out front. Now, he's done himself an injury, so he's not going to be representing tonight, so we wish him the very best in recovering. It does give Jaden Scott and Carl Hardy, PVG and Ura a really good stab at this one. In fact, and Thomas Esbeth, who, by the way, is mega fast here. I don't know what he's been eating and drinking, but it's doing him very good at this track, Jay. With Jamie not being here, that's going to mix this one up good and proper, isn't it?
Absolutely. The main focus on this league to Jamie at the moment will, of course, be Jaden. He'll want to be trying to get ahead of everybody else for tonight and take advantage. If you look at the points, it's so close on the total. And I know we're not supposed to look at it yet, but if you see how close it is with the drop score, it's literally a single point in it.
Yeah.
Added to that as well, how close at the high 300s the likes of Euro and Carla as well, and it's all to play for with this one now.
It is, yeah, absolutely. That one's a toughie. And then AM class, Fraser Geraghty has got himself a little gap, only 37 points. It's not a lot at all. There's been talk about is he in the right class? Should he be in the one above? That's not a big enough gap yet, in my opinion, to warrant a decision on that. Paul Hurley, David Ayres, Andy Littler, who can't be here, as we've already said, and CVDB. That's going to catch on. That is going to catch on.
Sounds like a funny type of cigarette. But...
so those guys are all still in this one, all of them, including probably Derek Williams as well. When you look at the right-hand side, it gets even tighter in this league because that promotes Cedric up. Like almost to the top. It's just bizarre, this one at the minute.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to put a huge amount of pressure on him now, but I honestly think the likes of Paul Hurley and Cedric are the two that are going to be battling Fraser for that top spot.
Mm.
Like, it's not quite a Dan Lewis size of dominance in this league, but Paul Hurley and Cedric and the rest of the AMs are not willing to let Fraser have this one so easily. Fraser's getting lucky with the reverse grids, but some results like we saw in Road Atlanta last week are not going his way. But can he hold on? I'm excited to find out if he can.
Yeah, me too. Team standings wise, Result X Pure Sims 1442, leading the way at the moment over JC Academy Gold, who are having a very gilt performance. See what I did there?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Result Clothing in third, right on their heels, and I mean right on their heels. 19 points separates 2 and 3 there. And then Hydra Race Racing Forces in fourth place with Blade Designs SRL. Given the fact that they'll hopefully forgive me for saying that more of their drivers are in the lower classes, as in Am and Pro Am. In fifth place, that is massively respectable. That is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a much closer bunch of teams this season. In fact, this is probably the most exciting the teams have got for a while. We like our 1v1s on the teams, but sometimes chucking a few extra on the list for potential winners. It's yeah, this is going to get really interesting over the mid-season break for sure.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Mid-season halfway point even.
Proper
We don't
tasty.
do breaks here.
No, we don't. No breaks. No breaks. Just keep the pressure on. Right, let's have a look at driver of the meeting. Jamie Wilson way out in front with 4. He's had some fantastic races this season. Massively entertaining and competitive, and safe, as we'll see in a minute. Jaden Scotton there in second place with Chris Needham, Renee, and Fraser Geraghty all share 1 point and are technically joint second. There's a long way to go, folks, in this season. A long way to go. Go on.
I've got nothing to add.
Oh, I thought you were going to speak. Sir Alan's Safe Driver Award is yet again, led by Jeff Saunders. I think he's purchased that spot in this particular category, but he's getting plenty of pressure, Jay, from the likes of Logan, Fee, and Darrell. Look how many of the top 6, are from the AM class. It proves that the guys in that particular class of racer are very, very good at staying clean.
Yeah, absolutely. The general consensus among officials, you see somebody with a lower I rating or lower safety, and you just automatically assume, oh, must be a dirty driver. But no, I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way at all. A lot of the people in our AM classes, I think, would smoke a lot of the second and third splits in the officials. The fact that in this league, the people on the lower end of the scale in terms of pace are still keeping it safe on the track, and that helps everybody. Means as we're watching one of the I don't know if you've got your camera on it now, but we're watching one of the Result X Pure Sims cars just drive through the garage, which that isn't a very safe thing to do.
It
just happened in the it happened in the pits. It was people screaming everywhere. It was horrendous. But it nearly made me lose my train of thought. But no, it helps everybody with it being safe. It just means cars are keeping on the track less being made with rejoins, because there's less needs to rejoin as well. But I think if Jeff's paying for that top spot, then it means I get a bonus this season, right? Got enough in the kitty for a bonus, or no?
But just getting paid would be a start for you, I think.
True.
Right, so let's have a look at where everybody's at. Renee is currently the fastest car in practice. This is a practice session due to expire in half a minute. Then we go into a 15-minute qualifying session, everybody on track. Not like some of these where you do isolated single car, whatever they call it, solo qualifying. Everybody's on track, so it's more real. A 20-minute race follows that, a sprint race where On 30% fuel, you don't need a pit stop unless you have to pit for damage. A short 5-minute interlude will separate the 20-minute race from a 40-minute feature race where we expect everybody to pit and take on that brutal pit lane entry. In this qualifying session that follows, you will run on board with someone with Jay's wonderful commentary. He's already posted some care notes in the Discord for everybody. People are starting to love them, you know. I know people that read them religiously and take a lot from them.
I should put some subliminal messaging in there then at some point.
Yeah, you know, to part with some cash or something. Let's have a look at pit road as it empties. There's no decent camera yet. There we go, decent camera. Everybody flooding out onto the track. They get one fast repair every race, but only the one. It's a bit like jumping into the spare car. When I used to do this, my race team had clearly lots of money because there was lots of spare cars knocking about. So yeah, who's fastest out? Renee is always apparently the fastest one out of the blocks for this. This is possibly like the 8th race he's attended in a row where he's the first one out for qualifying.
He was actually quickest in practice as well, by the way.
Did he end up being? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay. Nice.
Pete tried so hard, but over a 10th quicker Rene was in this one. So let's see if he can keep that pace up in qualifying.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I mean, let's have a look at the shape of the track. Some features on this track. The kink, Andretti hairpin. The first hairpin is a mega feature. The kink, and then the climb up. I should know what that climb is called. It's not Rainy Curve because it's a straight. It's something like Rahal. It's called Rahal Straight.
Rahal Straight, yeah.
Yeah, the corkscrew where they are right now, and then into Rahal here. No, into Rainy here.
Rainy, yep, nearly.
I'll get it right one day. I'm not well. Let's plug that every time I get something wrong tonight. And then onto this short run to the last corner where pit lane entry is over there in your view at the moment. We'll let them get around another lap. I'm not going to throw you under the proverbial bus just yet. Have you got a nominee for who you would like to run on board with? Anybody in particular?
You know what? I think we'll run with Rene, to be honest.
Renee, right, okay.
Rene's already set his own pace. He's already set himself as the man to beat on this course. And I bet he would absolutely love to try and get at least one of the races won today. I think it's very long overdue.
I do
and
too.
I think fans are cutting corny as well. Will have a day off work tomorrow as well for it too. They'll be calling in sick, partying through the night, and yeah, we'll be responsible for a lot of lost jobs tomorrow.
Yeah, too right. Right, through the kink he goes and up the big climb here. You can die on both sides of the track at that particular point, because I know I have done many times. Same is true here at the corkscrew, and I'm sure you're going to talk us through it. There's so many elements of this track that can lead to an early shower, even though the track is not difficult to learn, is it, as we jump on board?
No, and I'm just going to say these two words, of course, of many instances here: hard sausages. And with that, welcome to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. 11 corners of dust, drama, and questionable braking points. But let's roll into a lap in your favourite front-wheel drive missile. Flat through turn 1's kink, eyes already locked in to turn 2, the Andretti hairpin. Stamp the brakes, get down to second and double apex and hug that inside tight line. Miss the first clip and you'll be doing sand angels before turn 3. Speaking of which, turn 3 is a quick right that demands precision. Trail the brake, balance the throttle and use every inch of exit curve to keep momentum alive. Turn 4 rewards bravery. Attack the entry, commit early to the throttle and let the front tyres pull you through. Lift mid-corner, you'll find out just how much oversteer a front-wheel car can actually have. Turn 5, brake just after the crest and aim for a tidy late apex. Too early and you'll bleed all your speed up the climb. Turn 4 is the blind apex of doom. Brake where your instincts just scream, "No, wait!" Trust the camber and hang on as the car grips harder than physics suggests. Deep breath for turn 6, the short kink just before the corkscrew. As for the actual infamous corkscrew, brake as the car goes light, flick it left, then flick it right, and hope you land with all 4 wheels still attached. Rainy curve is next, let it flow and free the throttle smoothly. It's faster than it looks. After flowing down the curve, get to the left and tap the brakes for turn 10. Dodge the sausage and keep it tight to avoid the marbles. And then it's down to turn 11, your last shot of glory. Hard on the brakes, tidy rotation, use the curb on the exit before you floor it across the line. That's the lap of Laguna Seca in a TCR. It's short, it's savage, and guaranteed to make your heart rate even match your RPM.
Absolutely brilliant. Dodge the sausage. That's what I got from all of that, believe it or not. But that's my infantile mentality. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Absolutely sensational lap intro from Jay Corley. Watch his streams, folks. He's out there. He's super famous. He's got like 1 or maybe 3 million fans. I don't know.
It's a well-ventilated house.
It's a well-ventilated house, yeah.
Lots of fans.
Brilliant. We've got quite a few that have not yet posted times. Now, we expect Jeff Saunders not to, because that's his style. He does not do qualifying. He likes to start from the back of the field. Right, so RDJ at the minute, the first of our 3-letter acronyms, is in 4th overall, but he's the fastest Pro-Am car on track at the moment. Renee has just peeled the fastest lap away from Pete Newman, who had it for a minute. Is Pete Newman in traffic? No, he's not. He's catching up with Tamas, who I expected to be faster given his practice performance, Jay. He's not really crowned that one yet, has he?
No, it could take a couple of laps. It's a nice, cool track at the moment. A lot of humidity, which means you are going to need to brake just a little tiny bit earlier into the corner. So a bit of adaptation to do there. He does have a just as quick Daniel Lewis in front of him, who is in an Audi, which is probably the best car to be getting slipstream behind, to go back across the line. And Daniel goes down to 10th because Tamas, curse of the commentator, has jumped up to 5th place.
Yes, he has. And people are still joining the session. David Ayres, Flashy, has just joined in his Audi. As Paul Hurley jumps right up as well into 18th place there. Very good lap. Tice Van Gool, TVG. That's a tidy lap. He's been practicing, hasn't he? He's done like 10 million laps, hasn't he?
Yeah, it definitely seems like it. It's also in the middle of a group here as well, which sometimes can be a bad thing. But if you can time your exits from the corners right and just sort of bleed off the slipstream of everybody else, sometimes that timing just works out absolutely perfect, gets you a few extra temps, and you're laughing all the way to the races.
Yeah, Tice at the minute is following his uncle Pete Van Gool around the track, so that's probably helping his turning points, his braking points, etc. But those two cars, that Veloster and the Audi, could not be more different in terms of gear selection, the way that you handle the car, the way that the back wags out on you in the Audi and it doesn't in the Veloster. Those are two different beasts, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. It's 2 different driving styles, like you said already, 2 different gear selections as well. And but also for the standing starts, the Audi is actually the better of the 2. So if these 2 end up qualifying quite close to each other, we could get the duel of the ghouls.
You are full of this tonight. You are brilliant tonight.
I don't know what I've taken, but I think I might have to have some jabs as well. Calm me down a bit.
Casper had the provisional pole for about half a lap there before Pete Newman prized it out of his fingers, which probably means that Renee is going to take it back again shortly because he's about to cross the line. And given he was the first one out, he'll be on the lowest fuel in theory. It takes it a while around Laguna for the time to actually kick in, but I don't think he has improved at all, has he? No.
No, and I've noticed as well, it's turned off now, but there was 6-7 cars on an out lap. Oh. So there's some cars going in, must be changing their fronts or maybe even all 4 tyres and going out for another lap on less fuel.
Right. Well, it's a good tactic if you can make it work.
Yeah, we could see some changes right at the end as PVG, not PVG, sorry, Pete Newman up in first place at the moment. And look how close Casper and Rene are to the back of him. It's like 3 pros up there, and then Michael Hall's just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna loiter around in 12th. But I'm sure we'll see a quick lap from Michael at some point.
Yeah, I think that's to do with his pit lane parking. You know, 90 degrees to the wall. He's not going to set the world alight with the speed that he's going around here, but he's probably building up for a running lap. So
yeah,
now
absolutely.
he'll gas it.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on Michael Hall's sectors through this next one, and I have a feeling we could get if we start seeing a couple of greens, then we might see Michael Hall catapulting himself up, maybe into the top 5s.
As Chesney brings the car to pit road, I don't know whether he's going to go out again. He's already got the fastest time for AM class at the moment. Thijs van Gool only 0.027 of a second behind him. So not comfortable at the moment for leading away in the AM class.
Well, Chesney's car has been lifted up with the jacks, so there's definitely some tyre changes going on there. Chesney come into this not very confident on his speed compared to the rest of the AMs, but he's definitely proven himself mainly wrong on that one so far.
Yeah. You can do that to yourself though, can't you? You can convince yourself you're not fast and prove yourself wrong quite quickly. Chris Needham doing a fantastic job at the moment, provisionally in second in class, 5th on track, with RDJ just 0.01 of a second behind him. Well, or otherwise, that's also known as nothing. So Leo Bryan yet to put a very competitive time on the board, but he's not far off the car in front, half a second away from Oliver Payne in front. Oliver Payne literally is in front on the track and in the standings. I wonder if these 2 times across the line will change these 2 up. No, they stay exactly where they are. Nobody improved on that lap either. Oh no, Oliver did. Oh, they both did, but by equal measures. That's weird. Right, let's see what's going on here with Michael Hall. Where is he? He's already gone across the line, so he's not improved again.
It's slight improvement, but not enough to really change any of his positions. A 31.11 puts him quite close to Euro Daniel and into the top 10. I feel anything lower than a P8 would be a huge disappointment for Michael, if I was Michael. Oh, I'm not Michael, so maybe he doesn't want to be that high. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, different tactics for different drivers, isn't it, ultimately? And I think practice time, as Casper has just taken the top spot again.
Wow, I can see this battle for first with these 3 being pretty nice for us watching on our nice comfy seats as these lots sweat it out in the desert.
Yeah, at the minute there is 0.05 of a second between first and third. Renee, though, gone to pits.
Coming in. Michael Hall putting in some really good sectors, by the way.
Yeah.
I've just noticed it now as we're just coming round, and we could get Michael jumping up high into the top 10s, looking at how quick 2 of those sectors were. Michael goes through the line and goes up to...
Oh, nice.
Wow, nice. That's a good jump.
Yeah.
Top 5.
I mean, he might get... Well, he's going to get 1 more in, for sure. Jaden Scotland's still out on track at the minute, bossing 4th place. He hasn't got much to do in order to leave a Renee out of 3rd either. So second row start at the minute for Jaden either way. In fact, he's not even that far away from Pete Newman.
Yeah, for just under the 3 attempts to the leader. There's not too many places past the second half of this course that you can get a slipstream on, but there's enough for you to get a nice bit of momentum and try and keep up for that second half. It's going to be interesting to see if Jaden can keep it just as consistent as we know the front 3 can.
David Ayres has been out, or has he just gone into pit road? He's just gone into pit road, that's all. He's not actually put a lap in. He's doing a Jeff. Right. Michael Hall has reset to the pits. Jaden's in the pits now as well. So this is now absolutely between Pete Newman, who has just gone over the line. He did improve. He did improve.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's his fastest lap.
0.007. Wow.
That's ridiculous. Okay. So there's literally nothing between the top two. Casper showing at the minute that he's got a tiny, tiny bit more control and a little bit more pace. That's all. So
yeah, Casper doesn't need to complete this lap, to be honest. He's only got Ronald de Jong behind him.
Oh, yeah.
You can realistically put a lap in. So look, we've got 15 seconds left, and I don't think RDJ is going to be able to put a lap in at all. Casper has a personal best on sector 3, so let's see how close we can get here. It's a 130.188, and as he passes the line, I thought I felt him lift slightly.
Oh,
wow.
Look at
He's
that.
in the 129s.
First driver to do it in quali. The only driver to do it in quali.
A quarter of a second quicker than Pete Newman.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's bonkers, that. He had a fastest of anyone, sector 1 there as well, which is remarkable. Right, let's go and have a look at the starting grid then, shall we, folks? Let me extend gridding while I talk you through the runners and riders for this sprint race here at Laguna Seca. Kasper Smirnov will lead us away for sim racing school with the only car to get under the 1 minute 30. Pete Newman will go off on the front row next to him. Renee Earhart will go off on the second row in third. Jaden Scotton in fourth. Michael Hall in fifth. Sixth will be Chris Needham. Seventh will be RDJ Ronald de Jong. Eighth will be Thomas Asboth. Tony Walker T will go off ninth. 10th will be Carl Hardy. Stefan Goebel will go off 11th. 12th will be Daniel Lewis. 13th will be Jura Larkinen. 14th will be Demis Tichala. PVG, Pete Van Gool will go off 15th. Michael Hall, what are you doing with that button? Cedric Summerhains will go off 16th. Deck Crowther will go off 17th. 18th will be Chesney Vandenbroek. Just give me a second. There we go. Thijs Van Gool, TVG, will go off 19th. Oh, it's not stopped him though. 20th will be Oliver Payne. Fraser Garrity off 21st. 22nd, Paul Hurley. Darrell Wright, just 1 minute. We'll go off 20. Oh, that's not even any better. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, never mind. Paul Hurley, 22nd. 23rd, Darrell Wright. 24th, Derek Wilkins. And then, if my eyes don't bleed from all the flashing of lights, 25th will be Fiona Siddons. Leo Bryan, 26th. Jeff Saunders, 27th. And 28th will be probably the person that instigated all the light flashing, David Ayres. Right.
Fantastic.
There's only one camera to combat this.
To be fair, that's going to be a fantastic camera going into turn 1.
Actually, I
turn 2 even.
I think you're absolutely right. So we're going to do that. We are not far from race start. Everybody appears to... Here we go. Right, yeah, I was going to say everybody appears to be on the grid. 5 lights going out, folks, and we are racing, and we're gone. And that was Casper bogged.
And a black flag as well for Casper.
Oh, you are joking. He has had issues clutching that car, I think. That's really sad and unfortunate, because I think this could have been his race. He's going to have to cede that now to do a drive-through. Oh, Michael Hall turned. Now facing the right way again.
That's right. Michael's reversed off the track just there.
Casper's parking it. Casper wasn't involved with Michael Hall, so he's just decided that he doesn't want to do the drive-through.
Casper's disconnected.
What?
As well.
No way. Well, I hope he comes back for race 2. Just a reminder, folks, we're going to only do the critical interviews tonight because I'm not feeling terribly good. And T and Tamas going too wide through the kink is brave, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is going to be even braver if you're undergoing too wide here, especially with the elevation changes. But look how close and uniform everyone's keeping it there, especially this early in the race with the tyres cold, the brakes cold, and some heads hot.
Yeah. Out front, Pete Newman has got himself a really tidy lead already. Probably due to the scrapping and bumping of cars behind. And obviously with Casper's too wide coming out of the last corner there. 2 Audis. That is Ty Spangle, Cedric and Fee. 3 wide, nearly.
Yeah, it looks like Cedric just... oh no, it's Ty, sorry, just backing out at the last moment. Should be a nice, easier pass for Cedric here, keeping that inside on the double hairpin. Fiona is going to have quite a nice amount of speed on the exit, but Cedric's already got the move done. Puts Cedric up to 17th place overall.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Right, let's have a look at the very front. That's his lead. That's Pete Newman's lead. It's quite substantial at the moment. Rene is in second. He's the one I feel that has got something in the locker for Pete Newman, but I'm not sure what and when. Jaden Scotton, currently in 3rd overall, and obviously top of his class, but he's not top of his class by much, just 1.1 seconds over RDJ, Ronald de Jong, and he leads everybody else.
Yeah, just having a quick look at everyone in the chat at the moment. We've got Gary, we've got Cutting Corner, who's watching his own team member, Rene, bossing it in 2nd place at the moment. A lot of people in the chat. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you chuck a thumbs up onto the stream. Feel free to say hi if you're lurking about, but most of all, sit back and enjoy the show.
Absolutely, and very well said. Gary Walsh on the chat as well. Says evening, guys. Right, I really do hope that Casper comes back, because he's so fast. On virtually every track he ever races on. That's just unfortunate set of circumstances, I think, isn't it? Let's have a quick look and see what happened to Michael again. Who was it that he went into Andretti next to? Was it
So you've got Jaden on the background there, Rene as well. Rene
tapped him and then went round the front of Rene's car. Rene had no more track, obviously, on the right-hand side there. Let's have a look at that again. But I'll switch to Rene's car when we get round Andretti a little. So, about here. So, cuts back in, gets a nudge. And then, yeah, I mean...
Although there's a little bit of curb, you can't... Rene would have to have all 4 wheels on the track eventually.
Yes.
After that one, so more room I feel should have been given to Rene. Rene not at fault at all for that one, in my opinion.
No, I mean the contact prior is kind of first corner bunching, really, isn't it? It's hard to know the proximities of other cars 100% of the time.
Especially at Laguna Seca, when it's such a tight hairpin as well, where you got cars going 3, sometimes even 4 cars wide. You can fit around there. You'll be shocked to know. You can't quite fit the same amount of cars on the exit of it, so you got to kind of sort out your traffic quickly and as safely as possible. Not always a guarantee, and sometimes it's out of your control as well at the same time.
Yeah, too right. Chris Needham, showing that he's very skilled around this particular track. Just done a move on RDJ, which is not the easiest thing to do in the world. Puts him into 4th place. Nice overtake.
Absolutely. See if he can see if RDJ has any answer to this, and this corner will be absolutely telling for it. You don't want to catch that that sausage curb on the apex, because it will cause so much instability, and in some cases, Pete, as well, can give you wheel damage.
Oh, right, okay. Dodge the sausage, folks. Jay said it in the lap intro.
That's a
Dodge
shirt.
the sausage. Yeah, another shirt, please, Sam. We've already got quite a few.
And this is another sausage which I feel is even more dangerous on this curb right here. That one has caused me to spin.
Yeah, yes. It's a fast one. So if you clip the inside of that right-hander, it sends you into orbit. It's a biggie. Everything's quite packed in bunches at the moment. We see this a lot in sprint races. Lee O'Brien in the middle of this one. In fact, it's quite a long train of cars, this. If I put the battle box up, you can see, well, yeah, it maxes out the battle box. Does it start with David Ayres? It does. And ends really with Derek at the back of this queue. So that one's going to rage for quite a while, I think. Mainly, the action is in this huge queue. Either side, well, ahead and behind, Tamas Asboth and Stefan. Great to see Stefan competing in this bunch again, right in the thick of the action. You never miss the VTS cars, do you? They stand out from the crowd quite well.
Absolutely, green's not the most common color in the car. The color in the car, well, technically not the most common color for cars in the world. Some of the most famous car brands in the world use green, such as Aston Martin and Lotus. Is called. Oh man, the Lotus green and gold. What a combo there! But
absolutely
also
beautiful.
For what Goebel uses here as well.
Ooh,
like
where did Tony Walker just go? Oh,
yeah,
he's back.
I just saw
he's
that
back.
jump
Oof.
as well.
Bit of a connection issue there. Andy Littler's not the only one with connection issues, apparently. He was saying that even his YouTube is stuttering, so that's how bad his internet is right now.
Yesterday, across the UK, one of the major broadband providers effectively completely broke down yesterday. So there's a lot of people. Yeah.
So there was something just going on with this little group coming out of the last corner. They seem to be stacked on top of one another. They've sorted themselves out now.
It's actually Paul who's gone off, and Paul was leading the AMs, so I wonder if there was a move made by Fraser that may have moved this. There we go, got Paul just afterwards. Fraser with a fantastic exit out of there.
Oh, nice move.
Fraser with...
Oh, no.
Fraser not going for it, and Paul just completely missing his cue there. Gets back onto the corner, and...
and Cedric just squeezes through.
Yep.
Excuse me, room for one more? Not really, but it seems like you've got it anyway.
And Cedric slowly climbing back to the position he started from on the race. In fact, he is in the position he started from the race. Good shout out, big shout out there for Fraser. Currently 6 places up from where he started, up now into the top 15 and occupying that reverse grid spot.
Oh yeah, that's a valuable position to be in, 15th place, because in the feature race, folks, the 40-minute feature race where a pit stop is required, we reverse the finishing order, but only for the top 15 of the sprint race. So it's quite a coveted position to finish in, and really Michael Hall is probably wanting to get that far, isn't he, in this sprint race?
Absolutely, he's only got, well, we're just about to approach the halfway point of the course. And with the pace that we know Michael Hall can get to, I would be sweating if I was Fraser and Cedric and Paul right now. The longer those 3 battle, the easier they're making it for Michael to come up and potentially pick them off.
Yeah, a good example just there of how manoeuvrable the Veloster is compared to the Civic. PVG able to carry vast more speeds through the sharper turns, nearly driving into the back of... Tony Walker there, and he has got, as you've just noted, a brilliant run, and it'll continue all the way down here up into the kink. And I don't think PVG, I think PVG is sensible enough not to do anything at this point.
It's funny you said that, and it looked like the Audi of Daniel Lewis was actually attempting on you. Oh, and actually you're really going off the circuit there.
He's going to have to give this up, or is he? Yeah, he's giving it up. Yeah.
Yep. He's going to try and get a better line out of the corkscrew, which Euro does absolutely fantastically. And this could be an opportunity for Euro, maybe not until the last corner, depending on how well Daniel can dodge the sausage.
Hey.
Oh my god, it's going to be a long night, isn't it?
Dodge the sausage, kids.
Why did you have to put that word at the end of it? That's even worse.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Straight to hell for Pete. Let's have a look at what PVG is doing.
I think I've just seen Michael Hall do an overtake on the TVG. So that puts Michael Hall in 18th and now chasing the three battling cars ahead.
Yep, absolutely right. Good eyes.
3.5 seconds he has to catch, and he's already
Ooh,
lapping.
what's going on here? That was through Rainy. Yeah, gets a flash for his troubles, Carl Hardy. That'll be an interesting one to watch, because if he's getting flashed
going a bit wide there.
Oh, he's crawling all over him. Oh, it wasn't. It was through like turn 5. The back of Carl's car is very beaten up. You can see it's all the paint's chipped. I think it's all on the front of Euro's car. Sorry, Ronald's car.
Yeah, and then we got Tamas and Stefan Goebel just waiting for any sort of mistake here. And Tony Walker, PVG, in fact, the whole gang's here. And this could have really big implications on the championship and everyone who's trying to chase down Jaden and Jamie at the moment.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look at what happened with this. Why did he get flashed at?
Great amount of momentum there.
Yeah, mega. Maybe he was just saying good overtake. Maybe not.
Well, to be
There's
honest,
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
I don't think there was anything wrong with that either, to be honest.
RDJ wanted to turn in, and there was a car there. Simple.
Yep. I know Carl wasn't right on the apex there, but when you're doing a move on the inside, you can't always hug that apex tight, especially when the outside line can get pretty quick there.
Yeah. Derek Wilkins has lifted himself up into 26th recently by putting a move on Leo Bryan successfully. Oh, there's movement. There's movement. Oh my God! Don't do that.
That's some place to do an overtake there, but Tony Walker does it absolutely perfectly there. PVG and Daniel Lewis as well, taking advantage. Just so we could be going too wide. And so, of course, we're
Lewis is
enough to spin PVG.
Has he got it round? Yes, right,
puts the
nice.
throttle down. What a save.
That was save of the century from PVG then. Because that, when you're out of shape at that corner, you can end up in a different postcode.
Absolutely. Great save from PVG. Daniel Lewis has paid for his sins by dropping a couple of extra places. Euro and Stefan Goebel taking advantage straight away. And unfortunately, it does mean they lose the fight that's going on in front of them. But it's great for us watching at home.
It is. I want to see what happened with Tony Walker and Stefan, because going too wide into that kink is not usually recommended. Oh, Stefan's gone really wide.
What a fantastic line by Tony as well. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just a little bit of consistency. Wait for somebody to make a mistake, and then you put them in a really awkward position. And it just worked out perfectly for Tony there. And his reward, 8th place so far.
Yeah, Stefan did a good job of limiting the damage there, because he went too hot into the previous corner, turn 5, I think it is. Oh, what's going on here now as well?
So sounds a bit of a block party at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, opportunist. Nice. That was
what a pass from Paul there.
Yeah, that was brilliant actually. Further back, Michael Hall has got this lot in view now. 2.6 seconds back, he's just here. If he overtakes all of them, he will be in 14th place.
Yeah, and this actually means that the block of cars in front of Michael Hall at the moment, it's a fight for 2 reverse grid positions.
Oh, true, yeah.
Not just the 15th anymore. So now Derek will absolutely not want to start his second race in 16th place.
No, right. At the very front, Pete Newman leads this race, and he's led it for quite a long time now. Renee is in second. They've both got a lot of free space around them. In fact, the whole of the top 6 do, really. They've gapped each other. Really, all of the major action is around where we were just watching, and around this lot here. Still stuck together. 4 cars just here, and then further forward, Tamas with RDJ and Tony Walker. Tony Walker have been very racy so far. All of these guys up positions, none more so than PVG, up 6 places.
Oh yeah, absolutely fantastic climb so far, and yep, that's Derek going and taking the long way round there. doing some dust angels.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh!
hasn't seen Lee there. Lee,
I think there's something wrong because he dropped a whole bag full of positions all at once. I don't know whether he's got like visibility problems or something.
potentially Lee
Yeah.
was he didn't have to back out there at all, so he's going to be a bit miffed about that one. But that could be an interesting battle until the end.
Yep.
Currently watching RDJ, Tony Walker, and Tamas. Tamas losing a position to Tony. Tony gains another and puts himself up to 7th place as we approach 3 minutes left on the clock, and that means we should have, looking where the leader's gone, 2-3 more laps.
Yeah, Derek Wilkins has now gone back to the last position. That's what happened. Tamas got one tyre onto the sand and then he was history. And then they went nearly too wide into the corkscrew, which is not recommended for anybody. It reduces your life expectancy. So, what is going on with Derek? It really did look like he couldn't see, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Is there any, or see what happens here, because they're both getting an equal run out of that corner. Is Derek fancying his chance here? He is taking the inside line. Lee on the outside here.
Right
Lee
round the front
darts
of
the
him.
inside.
Yeah, nice. Good
And
line.
he's going to have a really strong exit out there. Someone in front deciding to go for a beach holiday.
I think that was Jeff or Fee, one of the two. Let's have a look what's going on further forward. Not too much further forward. Jeff has just overtaken Fee, so I think it was Fee that was off track.
Just noticed that Paul's actually 2 seconds behind Fraser, so something's happened. That Derek and Fraser have managed to get away and consolidate those that top 15 space.
Yeah, because we've only got 1.5 bit minutes. We're gonna get how many more laps?
One more lap after this.
Yeah.
So final 2 laps.
And Michael can get another 2 places. That puts him in 16th. That'll be close, but no big prize for him in his head, won't it? He's going to have to... Well, he'll be on the back of the leaders of this race if he can manage to overcome these 2 cars ahead of him.
Oh, this is comes something in front. Paul and Cedric fighting.
Oh, no, nudge. Nudge of death. Oh, that sounds like a very unhappy car.
And that's Fraser off as well.
Is it?
Fraser was off on that corner too.
What is going on at the back of this race? Oh, and David Ayres getting nudged around by Chesney. Fraser's car looks really quite bad, so this is going to... Oh, he's having to park that. This is going to change that AM class significantly. What is going on here now? Where is race leader? Race leader is coming up to last corner. But he's going to get another lap, isn't he?
Yeah, there's going to be 1 more lap left, and if you're able to see that Paul and Cedric instant from a different camera angle, I have my suspicions that Fraser may have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I think so. So here we go. We're going to see... I mean, it's competitive. It's hard competitive racing. Until, well, it's slights to nudges, and yes, he got torpedoed good and proper.
Oh, no.
That's like one of those wobbly takeouts, isn't it? Only this one wasn't intentional. Right, so that's what happened there.
It's one of those situations where if you're the attacking car, you need to be very wary that if you're going for that inside line, you do need to brake a little bit earlier. I don't think I can defend Cedric too much for that one there.
No.
Especially like in a battle that fierce together, you need to keep your composure, keep your head, and at the end of the day, like one little mistake like that, and it's not just you two who are involved in an incident. Someone completely innocent halfway through the following corner has now had their race decimated as well at the same time.
Yeah. Sir Alan says some tight and fierce racing. You're not wrong. As Pete Newman takes another win here in season 22. Well done to him. Renee, second over the line. Well earned. Michael Hall. Michael Hall. Look at where Michael Hall is.
Yeah, the stars have aligned for Michael Hall, who, after that incident at the start, he won't be happy with finishing so far back, but at the same time, he's now got the best possible start for his race 2 to make up for anything that he's lost in the first one. But a great drive from the top six being completely controlled there. RDJ managing to defend from Tony Walker and Tamas late at the end there. PVG and Eurolakkinen keeping it within the top 10. Then we've got Stefan Goebel, Dan Lewis, Tichler and Crowther before finally having Michael Hall round up the rest of that top 15. So that's
look at this.
Top 15 will be happy with how that's ended down. That last moment, that last gasp just there.
Fee nearly had to give up that position, but Derek kind of got his entry into the last corner wrong, and had to sharpen up the corner for himself. So well done to Fee for keeping cool there. So that, folks, was the first of tonight's races. And here's how it all finished. Pete Newman brought home all the glory for Result X Pure Sims, with Renee in second place for Cutting Corny TCR team. What a great performance. Jaden Scotton, very happy coming over the line, giving it a bit of a wheel in third overall and first in class for Pro-Am for JC Academy Gold. Chris Needham, second in class, fourth on track. Air Smart Racing, another very handsome performance there from Chris Needham. Carl Hardy, fifth on track, third in class, gets himself a class podium for Pro-Am for Result Clothing iRacing team. Ronald de Jong, RDJ, finished sixth for Hydra Race Racing Forces. Tony Walker finished seventh for BSTV Esports Pink. Tamas Asboth finished eighth for Spin and Toe Motorsport, with Pete Van Gool, PVG, ninth for Result Clothing iRacing team. 10th was Eurolakkinen for Hydra Race Racing Forces. Stefan Goebel finished 11th for VTS Esports. Daniel Lewis was 12th for Blade Designs SRL. Demis Tigchlar was 13th for Hydra Race Racing Forces. Deck Crowther 14th. Did I just say that? I don't know. For Blade Designs SRL. They've performed pretty good, the Blade Designs cars tonight. Michael Hall gets that coveted 15th place for Reverse Grid, which will probably give him a massive boost for Result X Pure Sims. 16th was Cedric Somerains and top AM class car for JC Academy Silver. Thijs van Gool, in his first race with us, gets a second in class, 17th on track. Darryl Wright was 18th, third in class, 18th on track for Result Clothing. 19th was David Ayres for Safeguard, made his way up the grid very handsomely there. Chesney Vandenbroek, 20th for Safeguard. No, he's not. 20th for JC Academy Silver. I went cross-eyed for a minute. Oliver Payne finished 21st with Jeff Saunders 22nd. Fee was 23rd, but only just in the end over Derek Wilkins. Sorry, Fee was for Work Guard. Derek Wilkins for Nitro Alliance. Lee O'Brien was 25th for JC Academy Silver. Fraser Geraghty was the unlucky recipient of a torpedo. 26th tonight, Insignia Motorsport. Paul Hurley, 27th, Blade Designs SRL and Casper. We saw what happened to him at the start there. 28th for Sim Racing School. Hopefully he rejoins, but he might just put this down to a drop round. Jay, what are your thoughts? Probably, isn't it?
Very possibly. That's if he does, then let's just hope that doesn't do any worse than any of the remaining races.
True. Let's see if anybody does a quick jump into the pits.
Oh my god, that comment.
What's that?
Team Chimera. Oh, no.
I'm gonna say that. Look at this though. This is the tightest turn into a pit lane I think anywhere in any of the iRacing tracks, isn't it? I've seen some people do 6 or 7 point turns going around that in the past. There's two messages now. The first one says, "Congrats to Cedric for winning the 2025 BSTV Wii Sports Bowling Championship." Oh dear. I'm sure he feels, well, maybe bad about it, but he was just a passenger in that one. And then the second message is commiserations to Paul for being the ball and Fraser being the pins. Brutal. But that's why we love BSTV. Why pull punches, folks? It's more funny.
When you can throw balls.
Well, when you can throw, yeah, quite literally. Dodge the sausage, folks. Dodge the sausage. Right, so Fee out on track. Probably going to try and dip to the pits, but I don't think she's going to get around in time because this is a heat race, so you don't get to finish any laps. Once the time ticks over, it does about 3 seconds, and then off to the next session you go. Although she might. It's going to be close, though. Let's jump on board, see how she handles this pit lane entry. Oh, I should be well in advance. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 25 seconds.
Yeah. It's only me that couldn't make it round that fast. Here we go. Is she going in? No, she's just going for another lap. Trying to get her eye in on this turning point. Bit of work to do there, maybe.
I have also, Pete, chucked in a few of our drivers' streams tonight.
Oh, yeah.
There's quite a few people in the league who are streaming their POVs. So if anybody after this broadcast wants to see various incidents over the track and just how some of our drivers drive, there's a couple in there. We've got Fraser Garrity, Ivor Payne, Leo Bryan, and I'm pretty sure if you search for BSTV or be in the Backfire Simsport Discord afterwards, many people do like posting their POVs on there for afterwards as well. So feel free to check all those out as well.
Absolutely. We love seeing the different perspectives. Oh, this is a good camera for flashing lights. Like it. Right, let's run you through your starting order for the feature race tonight. A 40-minute race with a pit stop. One fast repair. I've just extended gridding. And Michael Hall will lead us away for the start of this feature race. Dec Crowther will go off on the front row next to him. Third will be Demis Tigchalar. Daniel Lewis will go off fourth. Fifth will be Stefan. Euro will go off sixth. PVG will go off seventh. Thomas Asboth off eighth. Tony Walker T will go off ninth. RDJ will go off 10th. Carl Hardy 11th. 12th will be Chris Needham. 13th will be Jaden Scotton. Renee will go off 14th. Pete Newman gets punished back to 15th for winning the first race. 16th will be Cedric Somerains. 17th will be Tice Van Gool, TBG. 18th will be Darrell Wright. 19th will be David Ayres. Chesney Vandenbroek will go off 20th. CVDB. Oliver Payne will go off 21st. 22nd will be Jeff Saunders. 23rd will be Fee. Derek Wilkins will go off 24th. 25th will be Leo Bryan. Fraser Garrity off 26th. Paul Hurley off 27th. And I don't think that Casper is back in the session. Certainly doesn't look that way.
No, I haven't seen him jump back in, unfortunately. I've seen Fiona. Oh no, Fiona's back in. RDJ is back in. There's a few people disconnected just after that race finished. There have been some issues of FPS issues with the new UI, so I wonder if people are refreshing this session to try and get themselves a bit of a racing advantage against those staying in.
Yeah, maybe.
iRacing trying to sort that out, but who knows when that patch will come.
Yeah, true. Well, they've got downtime tomorrow for an update, but I don't know what that'll include. So that's quite a good view, isn't it? That massive string of cars, folks. That's what 28 cars looks like. I'd prefer it if they weren't trying to do some sort of Christmas decoration between them. If you can quit it, that'd be great. Right, here we go. Let's go blimp again. Oh, this one's from the Mir Space Station. And we are away for this feature race. Who didn't do it? That was pretty... Oh! Dec Crowther did not go.
Terrible, but Daniel Lewis overtaking and taking his place. Great start from Michael Hall, as you would expect from Michael there, and no jump starts that I've seen this time round, but a lot of free wides into this corner. Tamas squeezing Tony Walker there slightly. A bit of paint traded there, but everyone still getting through. Fraser Garrity already climbing a 4-6 places so far. Great start from Fraser. Hardy and Euro side by side going into turn number 4. And wow, Michael Hall with the dream start here, whilst everyone behind him is just fighting for scraps.
Nearly 4 wide with the 2 Hydra race cars.
Tamas and Tony Walker once again getting definitely close.
Absolutely. Back down to earth now, folks, with a bit of a bump, I have to say.
Oh, Carl Hardy.
Oh, Carl
with
Hardy.
A meatball.
With a meatball?
Meatball for Carl, yep.
Oh, yeah, his suspension's knackered,
and he's playing it safe and keeping it out of the way of everybody else as much as he possibly can.
Oh, he's not going to get the option. Look at this lot. They're like wasps.
It is. It's like just a VTech nest.
Yeah. Right, so I don't look away because there's like no gaps anywhere in the field. You can see it, folks. Well, there's one around Cedric. Well, there was one around Cedric. That's gone.
And just an extension of what I was saying on the start of the lap, Fraser has gained an additional 3 places. It is currently up 9 places to 17th. So a mega lap 1 for Fraser on that one. Special shout out for him for that one. Meanwhile, as we've already seen, Carl with the most places lost for something that looked like it may have been out of his control, maybe traffic induced. See if there's any replay for that one, but for now it's still close, it's still congested, and it is an army of bronze, orange and black cars chasing after young Chesney here. Yeah,
Chesney thought he was dirt racing for a while. He was out in the in the wilds, as does Stefan. He did that last race and he got mugged by 3 cars.
Well, there's one.
Yeah, he needs to close the door on the next 2. Oh no, look at this. Oh no, straight up, right a bit.
Slow down.
Yeah, of the century, that's going to be a biggie, that.
Daniel Lewis with a slow down as well.
Oh yeah, that's ahead. Yeah, he's done the same thing. He's cut the corkscrew and he's not got rid of it. Stefan's got rid of his.
It's very very hard slow down to get rid of, unfortunately. Look at this, 3 wide into the final corner.
Well,
and
10
it's
wide.
Just a block. It is literally like you've just started playing Tetris.
Look, the race has started again.
100, and you've like reversed the controls.
Yeah. That honestly looks like the start of the race, 2 by 2 all the way down the straight.
The TCR's coming 2 by 2.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Oh, wow, and that switchback just there as well. Stefan losing another place and a side by side with one of the Result X Pure Sims cars.
Put your foot down, mate. Stefan getting a bit roughed up. He'll recover from that though. He's made of tough stuff.
A little bit of shell shock, but yep, he'll get through it. Probably just needed a few seconds just to gather the thoughts and be like, right, I need to get out of here, or something bad's going to happen.
I find myself some empty space to drive in just for a second. Is the order of the day.
And with this being a 40-minute race, there's another opponent for everybody on the track, or in this case, off the track, and that is the amount of off-tracks a lot of the drivers have been complaining that they've been getting before the race even started, Pete.
Right.
So I feel we're going to get a few penalties in today, and those who drive clean may well gain a few extra places just from being nice, clean, and consistent.
Absolutely. Right, Carl Hardy. He got the nudge from...
He's got the damage already there.
Oh, he's already got it there. Right,
yeah.
So how's he got that then? It must be to do with this. So that's Jura on his right, I think.
Yeah.
He seems fine here. There's a bit of shenanigans behind him. Gets the tiniest touch. Oh, there. It must have been on the back of Tamas's car.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, it is. And he's pulled off to the left there. Yeah, that's a nothing impact.
That is...
Nothing at all.
Yeah, that is so harsh on Carl.
Yeah.
So harsh.
Right, let's get back to live running because there's all sorts going on right around Pete Newman.
Yep, Pete slowly trying to climb his way up, trying to reach closer to that double victory. Actually has a 2-car space between himself and nearest championship rival Rene Earhart at the moment. So Rene having to get through 2 Hydro Race cars, which RDJ and Euro aren't going to just give him the place here. They've got their own team battle to be doing right now as Tamas moves to the side slightly for Pete. Pete gets through no problems at all. Slow down for PVG in front.
Yeah.
See if that backs up the traffic towards Pete to get even closer.
It will, because that'll bring Deck Crowther and T right onto the back of PVG's car. And then they've got 1.2 seconds before Pete Newman brings the rest of the field with him. Tamas going wide at the penultimate corner. Right, I am intrigued to find out what happens right here. We're on board with Fraser Garrity.
I'm quickly putting bets on. I reckon he takes the outside line. Oh, wow, look at that start.
Yes, lovely. Lovely. 1, 2, 3.
My.
We've got 6 to get,
folks. I am watching his POV afterwards just to see the smile on his face.
Yeah. 4. Nearly 4.
Yeah, and there was a couple of people going side by side afterwards. Kept it nice and strong on that outside.
Right.
Look at that momentum.
Hey!
Wow.
Nice.
And another 2 spaces after. That is a fantastic start.
Yeah, there's 5. Here comes 6. No.
Are we watching Fraser here, or are we actually watching Logan McKenzie?
Oh, I know. Feels like it, doesn't it? That's a nice race start. Very good. Very good. Renee has just lifted Ura, if this will actually move on from the pause screen. There we go. Where's Renee? Yeah, he just got past Ura, and now he's got this lot in front of him. Oh my word, who is that going backwards? Oh, is that Carl Hardy on a lap behind?
Yeah, that would have been towards the start. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Oh, you're currently on replay still.
Yeah, it didn't come off replay, that's why.
Ah, right.
Even though I pressed it.
Slight technical issues, I blame the internet.
Yeah, let's do that. Not the idiot that's in charge of the mouse right now. Right. Breathless stuff, says Sir Alan. You're not wrong. Still going on now, look. That's nice overtaking there from Renee. Very tidy, like that.
Brilliantly done. Ronald De Jong does have a nice exit out of there for a return. And depends how they get past this corner. With this corner, Pete, you can actually hit the sausage on this one.
No.
It doesn't destabilize your car. Okay, dodge all the sausages then. You do you. But sometimes you can take one sometimes.
Take a sausage, can you?
At Laguna Seca, nowhere else. Nearly Christmas. Oh, and Jaden just put himself into a perilous position there.
Yeah.
Tony Walker with a less than ideal climb up the hill allows Pete Newman to gain another place, and nicely done by Pete.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah. You think being on the right hand side entering the corkscrew, you've got the unfavourable side because the next turn is a left, but it resets the balance with the second half of that corkscrew.
Does, you just got to be careful not to take too much of that curb there, or that slowdown's going to ruin any good work that you've done there. And at the moment, between Pete and Rene, still 2 cars distance between them.
Yep. We've got Michael Hall leading the race. He's got a 1.3 second lead over Daniel Lewis, who's doing an amazing job staying what I'd consider to be in touch with him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Demis Ticcilar is another 2 seconds behind, but he's got PVG for company. And then, Jaden and Deck Crowther, 2x2.
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
Outside line, Jaden's going to have a much faster exit out of here to set up for the following corner. But you do have Pete Newman ready to pounce whenever. Jaden's going to yield.
No, he's not.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I just got called a liar there.
Yeah, you did.
But 2 wide into this corner, and Pete Newman sort of forcing the 2 in front to take the line. And there we go. That's 1 down for Pete. Is he going to end up going side by side here? He's got to be really careful. One mistake here could potentially gift Rene first in the pros. But
Tony Walker.
Great driving.
Opportunistic attempt. Will maybe.
Oh, Rene! That's Rene!
It is Rene. Oh, not good. Not good. That one needs instant analysis. Tamas next to him.
Rene and Tamas straight onto the chat with a sorry just there.
Oh,
but
it's only the
honest,
tiniest of taps. But it's enough when you're in the corkscrew, isn't it? There's no room for error. No room.
Yeah, I actually don't think Tamas was really at fault for that one, to be honest. He left the space. He had a good line through there, and I feel it's very hard in the corkscrew because
You
if
can't
you
see,
take that
can
inside
you?
line,
Yeah.
yes, plus that inside line and the outside line are going at two completely different speeds as well. It's hard sometimes to adjust yourself and guess where the other car is going to be. Rene just going across a little bit too quick there, and that's surely handed this to Michael Hall and Pete Newman now.
Well, we are on lap 8, so it gives Rene the chance to pit his car, get the fuel, fast repair. His impact
This is true. Yep.
is only the stationary time and the recovery time from his crash. He's not lost anything in the pit cycle, so I don't know is the answer. I think he's obviously going to be probably a mid-pack finish. He'll want to do what he can to support his second place in the first race in terms of performance.
He's going to need a lot of fuel saving. That is so close. He's going to need a lot of fuel saving to try and make it to the end of this race with still 28 minutes left. Bear in mind, for BSTV, the fuel tank is limited to 30 litres. To my calculations, it's about 35. But saying that, Tamas going into the pits.
Ooh, Chris Needham.
As well as
Stefan getting a bit roughed up at this corner at the moment.
I feel give it 2 more laps. 2 more laps and we'll start seeing the majority of the field starting to pit from then on. Especially with all this battling going on, I could see a lot of undercutting happening.
Yeah, me too.
For sure.
And these two Hydro Race Racing Forces cars have just been together for 2 races. I bet they get bored of seeing their own liveries. You can read out Jamie Wilson's latest statement on the chat. I got told off the last time I mentioned sausage.
Right, so this is a statement from a member of the chat, Team Chimera, Jamie Wilson. We're saying it is. If you don't need to dodge that sausage, then I guess you need to hug that hog. Kids, ask your parents.
Yeah.
And also, John in the chat as well, enough about Fraser. We're already going to be hearing about it all day tomorrow in the SRL WhatsApp.
Yeah.
To be a fly on the wall in that WhatsApp during that first, at the end of that first race, I bet there was a lot of unbroadcastable words being said there.
You reckon, yeah? Chris Dixon on the chat. Good luck tonight. Hopefully I'll be back soon. Racing just needs to sort some family issues. Yeah, family come first. Stefan to the pits. Nice tidy pit lane entry, that.
Or maybe burst that worst. Oh my god.
Oh,
Wait,
what?
If this was Hockenheim, maybe. But
Burst that first. Oh my dear word. Just when you thought BSTV couldn't stoop any lower, we found...
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, we'll get taken down. Anyway. Right, this is where...
Oh, sorry, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh! That's brutal. Fee got a slowdown just then. That must be... Oh, I thought it was corkscrew related. I think it was last corner related.
Potentially.
She's got rid of it now, but these 4 are literally crawling all over each other.
Yeah, and this can go any way, to be honest. It's Fiona versus Jeff versus Lee versus Derek.
Yeah. This is hotly contested at the minute. Carl Hardy is coming out of the pits. He's much delayed. Renee is ahead of him, and Renee is on Tamas, who has not crashed, but has pitted. So Renee is on damage limitation, obviously, and is doing really well with it at the moment. He's trying to get a free bit of track in front of Tamas as easily and as quickly as he can. Oliver Payne has picked up a slowdown.
Going in.
Oh, that is mega. Oh, that is mega. He's only just caught that, and he's got himself slowed down for it.
Slow down for it as well.
Yeah.
Gutting.
Maybe he can burn that off, but you said that was the brutal one, didn't you?
Yes, I've been suggesting to people just after the last corner, getting yourself over to the left-hand side as soon as possible and serving it there at the start of the straight. It's not ideal, but it allows you to not slow down everybody on the final couple of sectors of the course.
Yeah.
Especially when the roads are winding and the narrowness of the road even, it just gets so tight around there.
Yeah, it does. Michael Hall still leads by, but not by as much as I expected him to be leading by, if I'm being honest and not disparaging to anybody. As PVG, yeah, Daniel Lewis is catching him definitely. That's where I was going, but PVG nearly got the move done on Pete Newman, or was that Pete Newman overtaking PVG? Hang on.
I feel it's the other way around.
Oh no, yeah. Well, they exchanged it a little bit, which is why I got caught out. Let's just watch that because that was for. No, that's not what I'm after.
PVG's car looks a bit different.
Yeah. Jaden Scotton just overtook Demis as well, off camera.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was a good run.
Corner there from PVG. Problem with that corner is, as well, if you mess up that corner at the start of it, it's a long way up that hill. And, yeah, it's so easy to
Everybody's
lose
picking
a
up
couple of places
slowdowns.
there.
Leo Bryan now, Jay.
It's like I said, it's if you can keep it clean and competitive and consistent, then you could end up winding up gaining a place or two towards the end as everybody else's mistakes potentially gives them a penalty. And I'm just having a quick look at how close some people are to penalties, and there's one or two, not obviously saying names, but there's one or two who are nearly at double figures already, with over half the race still left to go.
Yeah, and as Derek Wilkins joins pit road. This is still going on. These two Hydra race cars just cannot be separated tonight.
Both going to look at a nice solid finish here, which will help them out massively in the Pro-Am category.
Yeah, that's very true. What's going on back here with Renee now? Puts the car underneath. Is that Lee? Yeah.
Yep. Lee giving the perfect amount of space there. It is allowing Tamas an opportunity to maybe get a move done on Lee here. It looks like Tamas is going to be leaving it for the next one. Lee goes a little bit too wide there.
Yeah.
Keeps it going. Nearly lost control of it. Nearly another Road Atlanta incident, but Lee keeps it going.
Right. The Hydra race cars have separated by way of pit stop. Right. So Deck Crowther now under a bit of pressure here from previous champion of the series, Chris Needham.
We're starting to get a few more filter in the pits as each lap goes by. The latest in Eurolagnan, and Leo Bryan as well jumping in.
And Oliver Payne putting pressure on Chesney at the minute.
Yep, due to the pit stops, both up 7 places from the start. Paul Hurley chasing them down from behind, up 12 places so far.
That is Renee through on Fee, who's giving him a bit of a race for these corners.
Yep, looks like Renee's going to have a much quicker outside line there, and possibly an outside line here as well. I think Renee gets enough in front of Fiona where can safely take that apex as Tamas with a slow down behind. Yeah. Oh no, black flag for Tamas.
Black flag? Is that incident?
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of contact earlier with themselves and Renee, so that will be, to my knowledge, a drive-through.
Yeah. Right, RDJ very carefully through that last little bit. Can you get a cut track on the entry to pit road?
You know what, I was just thinking that off the top of my head, but I don't recall. You might be able to get a, no, because if you get an off track on the entry, it will flag out as a dangerous pit entry.
Yeah.
So, I guess what we saw there was probably the most you could probably cut that before it starts to become a problem.
And he's away now, so there can't have been a penalty anywhere near that. Pete Newman with the fastest lap of this race, 1 minute 30.05. That's significantly faster than anybody else on track.
Yep, nearly qualifying pace as well.
Yep. Look at that. Oh, wow, that's a bit of extra. Maybe it's that bit of extra that makes the difference. Chris Needham round the outside. Very nice.
And I think that's the first time we've done that camera angle where the cars we're following have actually kept it on track.
Yeah. Right, so where is Renee? He's fourth of all the cars that have pitted so far. And he's got Stefan in his sights, plus both of the Hydra Race cars. So, damage limitation-wise, he's got a bit of a job on here. I need to get back up into... I mean, he'll be happy maybe to get top 8.
It just depends how much he has to fuel save. He has pitted significantly earlier than everybody else. If we assume that Tamas had damage as well, and that's why they pitted, then lap 9 looks like it could be the earliest for those who wanted to fuel until the end. If that is the case, and that was the mathematically earliest you could have gone in, that means Rene has to somehow save 2 laps worth of fuel. Very, extremely big ask here, especially even with all this traffic here to get a bit of a slipstream from.
I think these two are having a whale of a time racing each other. I think they've forgotten that everybody else is in the race.
Yeah, I think Stefan and Rene are absolutely incensed by it.
Yeah. Renee down the inside. Lovely move. Stefan was very compliant. But they're probably chatting to each other in-game, I'm going to guess. Stefan knows that's not his fight, so he's let him go, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Stefan may see Rene as the key to getting past the Hydro Race and Forces cars as well.
Yeah.
If Rene can disturb what's going on in front, and that gives Stefan behind an opportunity to take advantage of it. Just seen PVG overtaking Paul Hurley for 13th place.
Oh, right, nice. And pulling away quite handily, yep.
This is the closest battle on the track at the moment. The 2 Hydro Race cars, and getting so close there.
Yep.
I reckon it'll be the second to last corner. This next corner is where Rene's going to get a huge amount of a gap onto Euro. Might even go for a pass here. Doesn't quite hit the apex, but is carrying on, delaying, going across to the right-hand side. Instead, Rene's just going to have to build his attack back up from here. Just try and get that slipstream into the Andretti hairpin.
Yeah, more visitors.
More drivers going into the pits.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Pete Newman still doing fastest of anyone sector times, as Rene just gets a nose in, little tiny touch maybe, lets them know he's there. Who is that? Is that Euro?
But Euro's going to have a lot of pace going into this corner, but he allows Rene to have it.
Next on the menu is RDJ.
Yeah, Stefan probably hoping for a little bit more chaos there. Didn't quite get it.
Got a bit, but he's now not near enough to monopolise on it, is he? Sadly. No. Michael Hall still leads this race. And he now leads it from almost nothing from his own teammate, the super fast Pete Newman. Jaden is a little bit further down the track. What is that, 5 seconds? Yeah. That's a big gap that the Result X Pure Sims cars have got now, isn't it?
Yep, I've got Daniel Lewis, who's just pitted a couple of laps ago, probably the closest. He has a little bit of a clear track in front of him. He'll probably be hoping that the likes of Van Gool and Van der Broeken decide to jump into the pits next time. Is currently 0.8 behind Chesney. Ideally wants no traffic in front of him as they go for another lap. He is lapping considerably faster than the cars in front of him as well. In fact, nearly up to a second faster.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens here. Any delays to Daniel now could effectively damage his chances of getting that Pro-Am win today.
Yeah, it said Carl Hardy. Oh, because he was coming out of the pits. He overtook Oliver Payne. I think. No, it can't have been. Oliver must have let him go. Oh well. Right, let's have a look and see what's going on. The battle, if it is a battle for the lead, is still on. These cars all the way down to 9th, plus Fiona have not pitted. You can see it in your timing towers, folks. Quite a broad spectrum of pit laps, Jay. Obviously, Renee, well out of sequence. Everybody else from lap 9, and we're still going. And we're on lap 17. That's a huge window.
It is. I just wonder if people are just a little bit more aware of just how much being in these battles are affecting their overall pace. We've already seen how close everybody is on said pace, so yeah, it's a vast array of strategies at the moment. But I bet by the end of the race, once everybody has jumped into the pits, we're going to have some really tight finishes.
Yes, TVG joins pit road. Nice pit lane entry there, tidy, safe. That's what you need. Just got to stop it in your box. Don't overrun it. It's easy to get, you know, too enthusiastic. Oliver Payne has just picked up a black flag. Nice pit stop there from TVG.
Yeah, and will we serve that straight away, or will that be lead it for a couple of laps, whilst you've got the clear traffic, but whilst you've got the clear track around you, he takes it now.
In. Yep, straight in. So you were right before the broadcast started with saying, you know, how many people are going to end up with drive-throughs, etc.
That's 2 races in a row as well for Payne.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
She's in a fight. I think it was with Lee or Chesney. I think it was last race, and it got cut short, unfortunately, because of a very similar reason.
Right, Jaden Scotton into the pits. That looks, wow, that's a fast pit lane entry. That's nice. Very nice. T in behind, pretty good as well. So that'll leave 5 that haven't pitted. Chris Needham goes again, and Chesney's gone again as well. Oh, sorry, Cedric.
There's a lot of people running the tanks dry. I think, as like I said before, when they've got the clear track around them, you might as well maximise that. As we're on board with Chesney at the moment, he has 2 faster Pro-Am cars in front of him. If he can stay behind him as long as possible, gives him an extra couple of attempts a lap, could be the difference between first, second, or even third in the AM category.
I mean, he's not pitted yet, so he owes us a stop.
Yeah.
So he will drop backwards about 55, 57 seconds. Looks like to be the average pit stop time. Some a little long. Even Fia's gone in this lap, so Fia's usually run the tank completely dry. Maybe she has. But there's still 5 cars doing another lap.
An interesting one for you to look out for as well, Pete. After the 2 AMs, who are still both currently left to pit, look who is the top AM who has pit so far.
Top AM who has is Fraser.
What a start. To be honest, he's got a 10-second gap between him and Derek in front, which means 10 seconds of clean air in front of him. We know the pace of Fraser here right now. I know his friends at SRO are begging us not to keep bigging him up here, but this is looking pretty tasty for, at the very least, a podium is already in. Can he climb higher up those steps? As now, we've got both the AMs of Cedric and Chesney both coming into the pits at the same time. I implore, Pete, that you keep on to Fraser at the moment, as we see just how close these lot are going to be as they're starting to leave their pit boxes. 2 corners left. It's a long pit exit here.
Where is
Lee O'Brien now into the pits with a drive-through as well, or a penalty even.
Cedric going into the horrible bit, and Fraser coming over the crest at the start-finish line.
And the chase is now on.
Chesney behind them both.
Yeah, Chesney losing out on that one, so it's Cedric in lead in the AMs. He now has Fraser Geraghty, who is 7 seconds behind. 9 minutes to close that gap.
Yeah, and Pete Newman, the last car to pit, managed to get another lap on everybody. Brings it into pit road here. So where is recovering Renee? He's about to try and put a move on Chris Needham for 7th. Chris is difficult to overtake. He positions his car very well.
And the lights are on as well, so with the last 9 minutes, we could start seeing some. It depending on how much you depend on the sunlight for your braking points, we could see a couple of people slightly mess up here.
Jamie Wilson has gone to a bad place with the 3-letter acronyms.
I am not about to start a war with the French yet, so playing a bit of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 at the moment, and yeah, it's quite a good French game, so I don't really want to say anything bad about it at this moment in time.
Oh dear.
That is the only problem with games like Clair Obscur set in French. It really, I can get over the fact that there's monsters and like paints coming to life and stuff, but to make French people likable, I mean, that's just goes one step too far.
Yeah.
I am joking, everybody. I'm definitely joking. Right, anyway, moving on. We've got Rene chasing down Chris, and what's that knock at my door?
Don't even think about it. Right, so Carl Hardy has now passed Chesney. Where is Fraser? He has not reduced the gap. It's exactly where it was. Cedric doing enough to stay ahead. And is still the lead AM-Class car. AM-Class cars have orange number boards. Pro-Am cars, like Stefan here, have green number boards and windscreen banners. They are the middle speed class. And pros have blue number boards and banners. Anybody with yellow writing on their number boards and banners is a previous champion of the series. I think we've only got the one in here, and that is Chris Needham, and he's just been put back 1 place by Rene. The super fast cutting corny car is making his way further forward. He might get up to T or Daniel maybe by the end of the race. He's got 7 minutes. What's that, 3 laps?
More than that. I think it's about 1.5 minutes per lap. So
no,
per 6 minutes, it'd be 4 laps. Oh, and Rene taking a lot of that curb just there. It's going to be maybe losing a 10th or 2 to Chris here. And I'll tell you what, I won't get away from this action at the moment, because I think Chris Needham could potentially get a good run on Rene, potentially put him under some pressure. And if Chris thinks if he thought he was close enough there, could have potentially started.
He's still with him. Still with him.
Tell you what, that exit to the corkscrew was exceptional from Chris Needham there. If we get on board now, and Rene's got to not make so many little mistakes here. Makes a much better move of turn number 10 there, and I think Rene survives for now. But I tell you what, Chris was anything Rene can do, Chris can do too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, home track for Chris, is it? I think, or home country anyway.
And he's shown up with a British flag on my side, but
is he? He's got an American flag on his roof.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe it's
best
both,
of both worlds. So depending on what part of the world you're from, maybe people would say it's best, but the worst of both worlds. But that's a bit too political, and I've already angered the French.
I know he's British,
let's not carry on with that one.
He might be in America, but never mind. Honestly, Jamie, Rene there coming close to blitzing a schnitzel.
You know what, Pete? It's been 22 seasons. You've had a good run.
Yeah. We're getting shut down now, folks.
We might just have to move to kick.
Yeah. So the other messages were, if TVG was a little bit more dyslexic, then he'd be TGV, which would be a lot faster. I can't read the next one because we would get shut down. Right, so
this is the closest battle on the course at the moment. It is a battle for 5th place in class between Paul Hurley, who is trying to chase down Fraser Garrity in the point standings, having to try and swat away Chesney van der Broek. Chesney down a position, admittedly a very terrible start from Chesney on the standing starts there. One part of his race he does need to get vast improvements on, and Paul Hurley just taking advantage of it. In fact, he's taking advantage of a lot of people at the moment on the racetrack by being up 7 places. And that is the fourth biggest climb so far.
It is. Pete Newman is the top climber, up 14 places now, in the lead by a whopping 5 seconds over his own teammate Michael Hall, who had a very unfortunate first race and has recovered it massively. Jaden Scotton in third here, bringing home good points yet again, and will undoubtedly, I think, take the top spot in Pro-Am, because Jamie is unfortunately unwell and can't join tonight, but apparently it's not done anything to his humour.
I'm trying to think of a really good pun for that, but it's not. I've already come up with so much tonight, my brain is hurting.
Yeah, Derek Wilkins has got, or is he just part? No, he's got a black flag.
Black flag.
Yeah, and he's just entered pit road for it. There he is. Carefully in, because you have to be carefully in at this track. And the lights are fully on now. Didn't expect it to go dark, but it is at the same timings as the officials, I think.
I'll be honest, Pete, I've not raced a single official yet this week. I do all my racing live on stream tomorrow.
Right.
So hopefully many people can join me in that one in the afternoon. Late afternoon for certain parts of Europe.
What time is that on the UK time slot?
UK time slot, I'm probably looking at starting the stream about 5:30, so that is 5:30 in the evening UTC +1. And we'll do a couple of races from there. Hopefully it doesn't get this dark on there, because I'll admit, Laguna Seca, not one of my strongest tracks in the world.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, this is an easy track to learn in terms of which goes left and which goes right, and how much speed you can carry through a lot of the corners. But getting it good and getting it, you know, highly competitive, like you will need to do with your iRating and your splits. It's, I don't know, it's like a lifetime's worth of dedication. This track is, it's got some real tricky technical bits to it. Jamie says on the chat, substitute unwell for crippled. His spine is basically Tokyo drifting at the moment. Wow. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good at all. Right, Renee has caught up with Tony Walker now, with less than 1 minute of this race to go.
This is probably the final lap as well, to be honest.
Yeah, so Renee needs to get his points under his belt right now, which doesn't bode well for Tony. Shows his nose, makes his intention clear.
It's a great exit from both.
Good.
To be honest,
that's
Tony
good.
Gets a bit of kitty litter.
Oh, don't do this, boys. Oh!
A little bit ends. Oh, Tony going in a bit too early there.
Yeah.
But they both survive for now. Renee just steals that
and breeze. Right, where is Pete Newman? Last corner. As these two go side by side up the hill, we're going to have to watch him cross the line. Fee keeping out the way. Well done for another victory there. Look at Cedric catching up with these two.
Yeah, a nice controlled race from Pete. Double victory. All Cedric needs to do here to win the Ams tonight is just stay behind these two. Don't do anything silly.
Yeah, we're missing other people crossing the line, but for the right reasons. Cedric wants more points.
I tell you what, it's going to be a drag race to the finish, but I think Dennis is going to have this one, and it's actually the first away the hydro race cars have been all evening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he wasn't part of the It was the RD.
Oh, it's the other two.
RDJ and Ura that were inseparable.
That's fair. That's my bad. I keep forgetting that some of these teams have 3 cars.
Yeah.
Getting them.
So
Jaden Scotland as well, Pro-Am.
Yeah, very good.
Tonight.
Yeah. Cedric, obviously, top AM-class car. PVG getting second in class for Pro-Am. Very handy. Still got cars coming across the line. Darrell Wright just over. And Jeff Saunders literally crossing the line now. Done good tonight. Only 1 place down on that race from his start position. Paul Hurley up 7. Fraser up 11. Jaden up 10. And Pete Newman up 14. Renee up 8, obviously, because he was on a recovery after the beginning of that one. Amazing racing. That 40 minutes flashed past, I have to say. That didn't feel like 40 minutes, did it?
Yeah, it really has, like, all season, pretty much. Although this race, I'll probably say, is a lot more spaces between some people at the same time. Like we mentioned earlier with the pit strategies, there's just such a variety of gambles being taken. And if we have a look at the final standings, Pete Newman up 14 places, just keeping it on the road. Same with Jaden as well, up 10. So a couple of those from reverse grid really fighting through. Fortunately for Rene, though, that early incident at the corkscrew has ruined his chance for some really big points here, with a lot of the pros not attending tonight.
Yeah, there was an opportunity, wasn't it, for sure. Right, let's have a look at how the feature race finished up, folks, here at the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Pete Newman took the win for Result X Pure Sims. This feels very repetitive because it's exactly what I said in the first race. Michael Hall, his teammate, though, gets second place. A completely different story from the first race for him, for Result X Pure Sims as well. Jaden Scotton got the third step of the overall podium twice tonight, and top of his class twice tonight for JC Academy Gold. He's going to be plugging you for a pay rise or something, I'm not sure. From 0, so you know. It can only go up from there. What did you say?
He can dream on.
Can't give from an empty pot. PVG, Pete Van Gool, finished 4th for Result Clothing. What did he do in the first race? Oh, he was finished 9th. So that's a really good result. Second in class. Daniel Lewis, 3rd in class. Very handy finish that was for Blade Designs SRL. And then 6th place and 3rd in class, Renee Earhart for Cutting Corny. Tony Walker finished 7th for BSTV Pink. Chris Needham 8th for Air Smart Racing. And seemed to be in the cameras almost as much as RDJ and Ura Larkin, 9th and 10th tonight, both for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Reasonably inseparable. Stefan Goebel finished 11th for VTS Esports, again in the thick of it all. Around those cars there was probably about, I'd say about 30-odd% of the footage, Jay. Never off the camera. Deck Crowther, 12th for Blade Designs SRL. Demis Tigchular, 13th for Result... No. For Hydro Race Racing Forces. I think I just make it up. Cedric Summerains, 14th, but first in AM class tonight for JC Academy Silver. That's twice at this track as well. Double win for class victory there, Cedric. Fraser. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Because Fraser had did he have a terrible finish to the first race? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, wee bowling.
Yeah, wee bowling, that's right, he got absolutely taken out. Fraser Garrity, 15th and 2nd in class for Insignia Motorsport. Tamas Osboth, 16th for Spin and Toe Motorsport. 17th was David Ayres, 3rd in class for AM class for Safeguard. Carl Hardy was 18th for Result Clothing. 19th was Thijs van Gool, TVG. Paul Hurley was 20th for Blade Designs SRL. 21st was Chesney Vandenbroek for JC Academy Silver. Darrell Wright finished 22nd for Result Clothing, with Jeff Saunders 23rd. 24th was Fiona Siddons for Workguard. Oliver Payne was 25th. Derek Wilkins was 26th for Nitro Alliance. Leo O'Brien was 27th for JC Academy Silver. And Casper Smirnoff did not run in this one. Wow, that was some busy old race.
Look at the light in the background.
It's lush,
Like,
isn't it?
it's really got dark real quick.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the lovely pastel colours in the sky, because I was. Right, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Let's do a bit of this, and let's do a bit of this, and let's see who is in chat to speak to. Again, we're going to do just a few interviews. Well, might as well bring Fiona in. Good evening, Fee. Fee's not there. Earth to Fee.
Here.
Oh, you are here.
There we go.
Yeah,
here.
Were you putting your drum down?
I was.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. How did you go with your drumming? Did it inspire? No, is the answer.
I should have come racing.
Oh,
we
dear.
lost 3-2.
Right, okay. Well, better luck next time. Laguna Seca, that's been quite a drama. You and Oliver and Jeff and Daryl and Lee having a right Barney in that one.
It was good fun. I like the track, but I just can't drive it properly. But I've enjoyed it.
Okay, amen to that, because I'm in the same boat. It's it's a track that most people are very, very familiar with, but getting good at it and great at it is a massive challenge, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a very hard track to get to grips with.
Yeah, and being the only work guard car in the field tonight, Chris not able to make it for personal reasons, and internet letting Andy down. Did you feel you were missing some, rear guard work? You know, because a lot of the times you're leading them around on some tracks, aren't you?
Yeah, we mix it up. It track to track on who's the fastest out of 3 of us, and it really miss them when they're not here.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully they return when they can do. Real life sometimes does get in the way. And some great performances, and we've got another Van Gool now as well.
Yes, yeah, he's quick as well.
Yeah, he is rapid, super rapid. I have not got a clue where we're going next, so I'm going to go and have a look now, Fee. Let's press this, and let's press that, and maybe this, and maybe it'll tell me now. We are going to Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace, Interlagos.
Oh, what a track.
Yeah,
what
good
a
track, that.
So
another technical one.
A very technical one. Lots of horsepower needed. I think the Audis are going to feature very heavily there. So we hope to see a full field. We've got more Audis now than we've had for many seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this race. That's almost 5 times the number of previous leagues we've run.
Yeah.
So the spectrum of cars and the challenge that it poses to all of you guys racing around, not just drivers with different ability levels, but cars with different performance grades. It's a good challenge, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's nice that we've got 4 different cars to people to pick from, and hopefully we get 1 or 2 more.
Awesome stuff. Oh, go on. Sorry, go on, Jay.
I was about to say, I hope we get a few extra ones as well. I've been
nice.
literally sacrificing animals to hopefully get something from the iRacing gods, but instead I, get banned from owning animals and get a warning from the police.
Yeah.
Weird how the world works, isn't it?
Poor animals. Poor animals.
I am joking. Oh my god. I have to keep putting that disclaimer out because someone will believe me one day.
Yeah.
It'll be the wrong person.
Absolutely. Well, anybody you want to shout out to, Fee, before we let you go?
Yeah, you guys for putting the stream on, doing the great work what you do, or at least Jay does.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That one hurt.
And to my 2 teammates as well.
Okay, Fee. Well, hopefully you're not banging the drum for next week's race, and we will see you here racing with us this time next week. Fiona Siddons, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Right then. Let's bring in, for my interview pleasure, but you're going to interview him because he's bound to be asking you for some sort of extra money or, royalties or something. Jaden Scotton. He's muted.
I'm muted.
Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I think he's slightly muted
Yeah.
there. Jaden, fantastic pair of results tonight. 2 podiums, 2 first places in the Pro-Ams, which is a major step towards that Pro-Am trophy with Jamie Wilson out tonight. It looked pretty simple, to be honest, once the traffic died down in both races. Was you ever in doubt that you were going to sort of get the rest of the Pro-Am crew catching you up, or did you sort of keep your head down and just think, as long as I keep it consistent, I've got this in the bag?
Well, race 1, absolute snoozer, to be honest. I think Casper and then Michael Hall succumbed in the first lap, and I just had nothing to do. I couldn't keep up with Rene, and I was quicker than people behind. But I mean, race 2, did that really look simple? Because that was quite tough.
It looked like a fair battle up the grid for yourself, Pete Newman as well. Rene did for a little while before their incident. Then the rest of their race was pretty much a fight. But I feel after the pit stops, it was life was a little bit more simpler for you.
Yeah, but had to work to get there. I mean, yeah, there were a lot of times nearly succumbs that first part of the race. I think it was very tougher than actually Road Atlanta to get through the fields. I think it had to be even more forceful to get past people. But I think the key decision was staying out when Pete and Daniel pitted. Going along there allowed me to run in clean air. They must have had traffic because I gained about 5 or 6 seconds on Daniel by overcutting. So yeah, somehow managed to play it perfectly.
Yeah,
I don't know how I'm doing it, but
Well, there was a lot of different pit strategies in there. People pitting as early as lap 9 to people going all the way to lap 20. So there's a lot of different things. You obviously managed to gain greatly from it, as well as a handful of us did as well. And well, Quay got you a top 3 overall in both places. So a massive well done to you on both those there. Next week, though, we are at Interlagos, Brazil. How do you run there? And do you think you got a chance when we've got a few more of the Pro-Ams into battle? How well do you think you're going to fare there compared to everybody else?
Well, my main memory of Interlagos is the great blackout a few seasons back, which was fun. Yeah, I love Interlagos. I think it's a great track. I don't know how fast they'll be, but I look forward to it. It's a good track. It'll be good fun.
It's a fantastic track for TCR. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing yourself and everybody else on there as well, for sure, 100%. Anybody you want to give a shout out for tonight?
Yes, well, team. Cedric was he won, didn't he? He won racing.
Yeah, I think he
In
did win the race 2 in AMS. Yes, he was top of the pile on that one. Just Fraser was catching pretty damn quick on that one.
And shout out to who are our sponsors? Have we got sponsors? Grazing Goods.
Yeah, sure.
Lunan liveries for these great looking motor vehicles.
Yep, the Audi ones are hashtag coming soon. But no, that's awesome. Thank you so much for your time here, Jaden. We'll hopefully see you next week as well.
Yes.
Congratulations again on the top 3 overall, and long may it continue in your battle with Jamie Wilson for the top of that Pro Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Scotton.
Awesome stuff. Good interview. Right, next up, we're going to bring in I'll do this one, even though he's one of your boys. I'll bring in Chesney Vandenbroek. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, you're now in the acronyms world. You are now CVDB.
Oh, like in real life.
Yeah. Let me find you on track. Because tonight you celebrate a good amount of competitiveness. Can't think what I'm saying now. You were in the thick of battle with Oliver, Fee, Paul Hurley, Jeff, David Ayres. They were. Every time we switched away from the Hydro Race racing cars, you were there with somebody to fight with. Was this track a struggle, or was this track good for you, do you think?
It was average. Like
average, right? Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't particularly good, but it wasn't bad either. Like I know the track from racing here, so from a few seasons ago, so I knew what to expect. But like I knew in the first race I had some pace. In the first half of the second race I had the pace, but my pace really dropped in the second half of it.
Okay.
So, and yeah, always battling, so that's the most fun thing. Like constant battles, and always seeing a car next to me, or in front of me, or behind me. So, kudos I didn't take anyone out.
No, I mean it's always good to not skittle people. We're going to speak to someone in a minute who got skittled. I'm going to call him Kingpin when he comes in. But yeah, it's staying out of trouble at a track like this is part of the road to success. Pardon the pun. Starting the car, is that we saw you bogged down in that second race. You didn't really get going. And I think that you've lost your bonus in the JC Academy payments as a result. Is that something you need to work on, or is it just a one-off thing at this track?
Hold on, what payments?
Well, sorry, did I let that one out? Oh dear. Oh, I've started a scandal.
Am I getting paid?
Apparently not.
Just answer the question.
Actually, I have this issue since the beginning with Blaster.
Okay.
I can't start this car. Like I have mapped a button to with launch control.
Yeah.
Clutch and launch control, but I can't handle it. So I'm getting a clutch for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
But I read the rules of this of the league, so I think I'm gonna change cars next week. I just need to ask Jay nicely to remake the paint for me.
Well, don't ask for the Audi because you'll never get a paint.
Oh no! It's gonna be the Honda again.
Oh right.
So
okay.
I'm gonna be going back to my old vacuum cleaner.
Classic. Well, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and practice your vacuum cleaning at Interlagos?
First of all, Jay, so he can maybe make the paint. No, so everyone that I have battled with, Paul, David Dares, all the rest, Jaden and Cedric, also Lee also, and you guys behind the scenes and for the broadcast. It's always fun watching it back.
No, it's our absolute pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you this time next week at Interlagos. CVDB.
CVDB.
Cheers, Chesney.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye. Oh dear. Right then, can we get any like acronyms out of Fraser Garrity's name? I don't know. Actually, we'll bring in we'll bring in Fraser. Do you want to interview Fraser?
I'm starting to lose my voice slightly, so.
Are you really? Right, okay. That was the most delayed transfer into the live booth I've ever had. Welcome to the booth, Fraser Garrity.
Hello, I'm back.
Yes, otherwise known as Kingpin, because you got skittled in that first one.
It was fun, wasn't
Define fun, because you got missiled.
Yeah. First BSTV crash. Let's go.
Is that the first one? You've been lucky then.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
Oh no, second.
Second.
No, second. Carl. Yeah.
Right. Oh.
So
well.
I've been Hurleyed and Carl. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I thought it was my
Hurleyed
first
and
one.
Harley's. Right. Okay. Hardied. Hurleyed. Oh, don't. You know, you are a very, very fast driver. You're launching that second race and passing 6 cars before you'd got 2/3 of the way around the track. 5 of them in the first 3 or 4 corners. It was really good.
He was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I watched it back. I was like, yeah, that makes me look so good.
Yeah, we did you a little segment of your own in the broadcast to run through that on board with you. You know, very, very carefully chosen lines. You're obviously very experienced at driving these cars. You know, what sort of history have you got with them?
Well, I thought I was absolutely pants around here today, so I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I've always just, since joining iRacing, I've mainly just done TCR.
Okay.
Dipped off for a bit and did a bit of Super Formulas, bit of GT3, bit of Porsche Cup. That was eventful. And now back in them again.
Right, okay. Well, it suits you. I love the livery. Who does your liveries, or is that a homegrown one?
Oh no, that's a special blade design, that is.
Oh, right, okay. Nice.
It started off as a joke with the group, so obviously Insignia, if nobody knows, it's actually a deodorant from back in the day.
Right, I didn't know
thought
that.
I recognised it. Jesus, is that all along?
Right.
Yep.
Oh
It started off with that. So basically, the short story, there was another team with quite a serious team whose name was very similar. So I thought, I'm going in as Insignia to get the commentator confused in the chats, and it worked. He kept calling them me. So, and ever since then, it's just stuck. So it's not a super serious anything like that. It's just a joke team that's just carried on and carried on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You two keep talking a minute. I'm gonna go and find a picture of Insignia deodorant. Oh, seriously, to ask him something.
Yes, no worries. So we have to talk about that start from race 2 though. That was we even dedicated half a lap of the second race to watch it. Everything just seemed to swing in your favor, and you just getting into the right places at the right time. What was that feeling like, getting through everybody?
The feeling was, I was like, I'm on top of the world. I was like, here we go, I'm making places, and I was like, oh, okay. Then I sort of stalled out a little bit, but considering go back to the first race season at Alton when I was wheel spinning it off the line, I've just found drop the RPM limit a little bit and just ease off the clutch. I ain't using like a dual clutch, I'm using a pedal, and it seems to be working now. Yeah. So I'm nailing the starts, and I can't say there's anything else beyond it. It's just luck, in my opinion.
Well, you did that well. We had people in our chat telling us not to gash you up so much, or else you'd never stop speaking about it. So obviously they thought you did pretty well on that one.
Oh, I've already read. I've read the comment and I've already messaged them back.
But no, it was an absolutely mega drive back on the second race, up to second in your class as well.
Okay, that's nice. I didn't actually know the result of that one.
Yeah, no, second in class overall, so a fantastic fight back on that one. It does mean with the result of race 1 though that your championship lead does slim out a little bit. Is there a crack starting to show in there for yourself, or are you still quite confident that you can ride it out until the end and get that trophy?
Nah, I just keep saying now. # drop round. One to forget. Race 1 was going okay. I thought I'd keep P15. And then obviously the accident happened behind, so I ain't going to go too much into it. It's one of those things. He was unlucky, but you can't always go the way you want, and I think it's gone pretty much my way so far, so it's one of those things.
Nice.
Well,
and next up, Interlagos.
It's going to be fun, isn't it?
I'm really looking forward to watching everyone go around in circles on that one. And judging by your reaction, you're a fan.
It's been a while since I've driven it in TCR, but when I did it in Super Formulas, GT3s, and Super Formulas, I've always had a good, enjoyable race. So fingers crossed, I'm back in the booth again next week, giving it the big one.
Well, speaking about giving it the big one, that deodorant's quite expensive. I wouldn't be paying those prices.
I don't even. How much is it? I don't even know.
It's like $9.99 on Amazon. It's like what?
That's I'll tell you what. The next week I'll change delivery and we'll have Lynx Africa on for you.
Oh my god, the best one.
$9.99. It should come in like a canister the size of a fire extinguisher.
Are you importing that from like a different planet?
No, I don't know. I didn't
Just
make
think, though,
prices.
you're helping fund my racing career.
Yeah, you're right. You got two giggles because then I figured out which team it was that you were trying to sound the closest to, and that made me laugh as well. But no, yes. Have you given your shout outs? I can't remember. You said I was laughing too much.
That was going to be my next one, but I thought I'd get it back to you to see if you found that deodorant. So over to you, Pete. You can ask the all-important question.
Yeah, have you got any shout-outs you want to make before we let you go?
Should we rub a bit of salt in the wound? Should we big up pick Paul Hurley for the eventful race one?
Yeah, for making it a spectacle. Absolutely.
Yeah, because obviously it was a boring race, I thought.
Yeah. No,
so, but just shout out to you guys. Great stream. Can't wait to watch you back.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we look forward to seeing you this time next week. Fraser Garrity, everybody.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.
Right then. Two quickly, and then we're away. I did say I wasn't going to do them all. I might just do this one. Because my voice is going as well now, as well as yours. Welcome to the booth. RDJ, Ronald de Jong.
Hello.
Hello. So, you were inseparable from your teammate. You're a
Yeah, the second race, yeah.
Yeah. Are you particularly, keen to not let him out of his sights, or?
Yeah, I just slowed down the last because I picked up some incidents, so I slowed down the pace, and we came together over the finish line, but you missed it.
Well, I was too busy watching other.
Yeah, Demis. Yeah, you were watching Demis.
Yeah. So the Hydra Race Racing Forces team probably earned their sponsorship tonight because you seemed to be on the screen the entire time, or that's what it felt like. Hopefully that was great fun for you.
Yeah, race one was I think my best result. So and I had to defend because there were some quick guys behind me, but I kept it in sixth. So.
Okay, cool. And we go to Interlagos next time. Are we expecting another great performance from Hydra Race and from yourself?
I never driven it in iRacing, so.
Oh, right. Okay.
I hope it's gonna rain because I think it's a good track for rain.
Yeah, the only person to say that sentence. I hope it's going to rain. But no,
I would love it if it rains.
Yeah. Well, for the right amount of money to cross my palm, anything can happen. No.
We're asking sponsors.
Yes, your sponsors. Do you want to call out anybody other than Hydra Race?
Yeah, I think the racing was very good at the front. Had a good battle with Carl, I think, the first race. Mm-hmm. With Chris, and otherwise thanks to Yura and Demis keeping it on the track, and because we crash a lot into each other because we are so much on the same pace.
You really are. Yeah, absolutely. It was very interesting for us to watch, especially when Renee was coming through in that second race, because it was like a rolling roadblock for him because you two were busy fighting and he had nowhere to go really.
Yeah.
But no, fantastic racing, and we look forward to seeing you this time next week. Ronald de Jong, RDJ.
Thank you, boys. Good night.
Night. Right, we'll call it a day there, shall we?
I was going to say, Paul's been in there since the start, and we went one more, so we might as well just do the whole lot.
Go on then.
Sorry, Pete.
I'm sure my voice will hold out for one more interview. Evening to Paul Hurley. How you doing?
Yeah, well, not the most happy I've ever been after a race.
Well, which one?
Well, both.
Yeah, you turned into the bowling ball in the first one. It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, I don't want to go. Things happen in a race, so I don't want to go too hard on anyone. But yeah, Cedric managed to take me and Fraser out in one go. Yeah. Well, yeah, he was flashing behind me, which the button's there, but it's not.
The button's
if it's a blue flag guy or someone just come out the pits, maybe, but I don't think should necessarily be using that with somebody you're racing
Absolutely.
directly with.
See?
But that's how I feel. But that might not be how he feels.
I knew I liked you, Paul. I knew I liked you. I hate
And
light flashing nonsense.
yeah, I mean, if there's a reason to do it, but you don't. I don't think you should use it as something to distract people. And then obviously we come down a hill to T1, and I defend, and then I move to the middle of the track, and he obviously outbreaks himself. But he did send me a little message saying I didn't expect to break that early. You cheeky so and so, because I didn't. I didn't. But there you go. It is what it is. So he can't give the place back. So I don't know.
No.
I'm going to cool down before I engage the protest system, but we'll see.
Yeah. I suggest you do.
Yeah, I will do. I'll watch it back a few times. It's a long season. You can't expect to have no incidents.
Exactly. A good pragmatic approach. The second race looked way better, up 7 places. That looked good fun, the second race.
Well, yeah, off the start was amazing. I think I managed to get 2 into the corkscrew. I know Carl was going slow for some reason. And then I got along. I don't think Fee knew I was alongside her. She just turned in, and then I got spun again. So I might have been further up the field, but
okay,
as I say, you get drop rounds.
Well, that's what they're there for.
Yeah, indeed.
Can't expect perfection every race.
No, but I like this track. I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed racing around there. And I did get a lot of a good few overtakes done in there, so I enjoyed doing that. I think it's a good track. But
yeah, I do too. I've always been distinctly slightly below average at it. It's easy to learn and difficult to master, isn't it? It's one of those tracks.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, what you don't see on iRacing is the actual the gradient and the sort of height of the drop at that corkscrew.
Yeah,
it's actually massive.
Yeah,
you see it in real life.
Churning,
yeah, it's amazing. And yeah, I mean, there's lots of places you can make up. You can easily make up and lose time here very easily. But yeah, and you've got that landmine on the left as you turn to go up towards the corkscrew, left-hander. You go.
Yeah.
It's like driving it's like an unexploded device. You hit that the wrong one, boom.
Yeah. Why people leaving landmines on the track? It's okay. Drawing the curtains on this one. Interlagos is the next destination.
Indeed.
How'd you go there?
Well, you're driving around it the wrong way around, don't you, for starters? It's traditionally not a track I really like, to be honest.
Right.
And there's not many I don't really like, but that's one I've never done well at. So maybe I do all right. You never know.
Well, yeah, maybe it's reversal fortunes for this one that you did like. Where are you at with SRL at the moment?
Well, first race of the season was very entertaining. I thought for a track like Road Atlanta, which is tight and you can get some incidents there. It wasn't heavy on incidents. The racing was close. It was good, yeah. We had a good turnout. There was over 40 drivers.
Wow.
And some couldn't make it, so hopefully the same turn up again next week and more. But Brands Hatch next week, this week. So.
Well, that'll be a popular one for your series. Absolutely, that'll attract the full crew, I would think.
Well, it's another Marmite track. I think some people don't like it, and I mean I love it, but
I don't know what there isn't to like. Jay, that is a staple diet of any TCR driver, isn't it?
You think so? For sure.
Yeah, that's right. Plenty of room in SRL for new sign-ups, it sounds like.
If people want to join, let us know, because there is 2 drop rounds, and if the same people who didn't turn up last week don't turn up again this week without letting us know, then we will make a decision as to whether, if you're not going to show you signed up and people want to race, we want people on track. So
yeah, true. No, well,
so
good practical approach to that.
So if you're not going to reach out and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm not going to make it for the first 2 weeks," you just don't show, then open a place for somebody else.
Yep, too right. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Just my teammates, you guys for putting on the show, and just my 2 daughters were on the side of my car. We're going through a little bit of stuff we've got to do personally, which involving moving.
Right.
So it's a bit of upheaval. So shout out to my 2 daughters. So.
Awesome stuff. Well said. And we'll see you this time next week. Not enjoying Interlagos, Paul Hurley.
Yeah, I might have to connect via my phone, but we'll see.
Cool.
Okay, take care, fellas.
Night.
Good night. Bye.
Oh, cut him off. Goodbye. Never mind. Always next time. Right. we've got the driver of the meeting to vote for. And I think I know where I'm going, and I suspect you're going the same place. Whilst I really do like the professionalism and the panache with which Pete Newman has dominated both of our races tonight, I do feel that Jaden Scotton getting a overall podium twice, winning his class twice, staying out of trouble the entire time. Whilst he said it was boring, he placed his car in all the right places at all the right times, and I kind of like what he did. My vote is going Jaden's way tonight.
Okay. Yeah. I nearly went the same way that you did with that one.
Else. Scandal.
Yeah. Not completely. I just don't want him to get that bonus, right?
Oh, that's true. I can change my vote.
No, it's fine. You keep with how you are. But I think after what was going to be a really good, solid first race was snatched out so late, but just a fantastic start and fantastic fight up the grid as well. I'm actually going to put my vote to Fraser.
Oh, right, okay.
On that one, it was a really good fight on that second race, and he got himself all the way back up to second in the AMS. He was pretty much fighting for that first place in the AMS in the first race as well, for becoming a passenger to another fight happening a good few seconds behind. So I'm going to go that way tonight.
No, absolutely the right thing to do. It's been a pleasure, folks, tonight. Not feeling too good myself, but this has certainly buoyed my spirits. It's always a treat to come to Laguna Seca, and I'm hoping that Interlagos will be no less of a treat this time next week. We've had an absolutely electric chat on YouTube. Jamie Wilson, before he excludes other countries from our viewership and demographic, hopefully will be fit enough to race with us, but by the sound of how bad his back is, probably not. Those sort of things take a little while to recover from. But we do wish him the very best. Thanks to everybody that contributed on that chat. It was brilliant. The racing was fantastic, so thank you to everybody that came and raced. The reason that everybody turns up is to watch you guys. Thanks to you, Jay, for being brilliant in the booth yet again. Some of your statements at the beginning were hilarious. I'm sure you write them down and practice them at like hours in advance, but they're just too spontaneous.
I
it's
wish.
It's only a week to go. We've got V8s racing this weekend. They are at Detroit, Belle Isle, for a sprint feature race around there. That one's going to be completely ridiculous. It always is in V8s. Turn 3 is just a big car pile-up on multiple occasions. So don't miss out on that. But stay safe, everybody, and we will be here this time next week for more TCR action in the Backfire Simsport TV TCR Challenge Cup Season 22. Good night, folks. Over to you, Jay.
Thank you so much, Pete, for everything that you do with BSTV. Another fantastic set of races tonight, but we swap the deserts that Laguna Seca resides on, and we travel to the south of the Americas to Interlagos, a place of legendary drivers, dodgy kids TV shows, and just like the best footballing nation on earth. Interlagos is going to be a spectacle for all. We hope to see you there. If you enjoyed what you saw tonight, get a thumbs up onto the stream, subscribe, and join us onto the track as well. There's always spaces for those veteran racers, newcomers, and everybody in between as well. But take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next week at Interlagos. Thoughts at the cameras ablaze.
chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting orders and